Hey everybody, Ken Komet, condovoice.com. Thanks for joining me today. What you see behind me is a fire hydrant. No big secret here, but this is an important video because you may have these guys on your property, condo, HOA, common areas. Now, it's very important for you to know who owns this thing. Now, this particular tag down there says it's owned by the city, but if you don't see one of these tags, or if you do see a tag that's out of date, you need to read it and check it and make sure you don't own these, because a condo or an HOA, depending on how it was developed, could have privately owned fire hydrants. Some of them actually add these, over the years if they find that, during the development they're insufficient. Let's say it was a phase build out or something. Somehow these things get missed, and you may want additional fire hydrants on your property depending on what you have for life safety. Anyway, this guy is yellow and different colors, orange. Typically fire hydrants are red, right? Well, they're painted all different colors to be noticed, so that when the fire truck pulls up, they're not going to miss it. Now, what you want to do is pay attention to these if you own them, or if you don't, but they are inspected once a year. If you own them, you have to pay for that, and no one's going to come and tell you to do it. So you're just going to have to figure it out on your own. Not many people know that. And I've managed properties before where, it was never mentioned to me when I took over the property, and then I find out, I go, who's doing the fire hydrants? Everyone assumes that it's the city or the county or the special fire district that does these, but you got to check the tag. It'll be tagged if it's owned by a municipality or a utility, okay, that services your area. But if there's no tag, especially if there's no tag, then it's probably yours. But you can't always count on that. So you've got to dig into the records, you've got to ask around, and you've got to pay attention, because heaven forbid that one of these is out of date for its inspection. You have a fire and it malfunctions when the fire truck pulls up and they plug up into it. And you have more extensive property damage than if it would have worked, or you have loss of life. So that is tragic, and I have heard of these stories, but most people don't understand, unless you're involved in it. It's like insurance. You don't care about it until you go to use it. Well, a property inspection needs to be done, and your records need to be verified, and you've got to make sure that, just do a check. Do you have fire hydrants on your property? If you do, who owns it? Is it the utility, the city, the fire district, or is it you? If it's you, then you got to do something. You got to definitely call a private fire life safety company, have them come out, have them do a test on it. They do a water test. They make sure that the water's going to flow. They make sure it's going to work when the fire truck pulls up to use it. And they tag it, and they say, okay, you're inspected, and every year you need to budget for this. I'm going to take a guess, because I haven't had one of these done in a while. You're talking between $300 and $500 for the test. Maybe it's more, depending on where it is on your property, the size of it, this different stuff. But anyway, these little guys go unnoticed, and it's a very dangerous thing to not know whether it's your responsibility or someone else's responsibility to inspect these and make sure they work. Okay, so add this into your budget if you don't already, and you do own them. If you do own them, talk to the different people, talk to the fire district that covers your area, find out what color you can paint it, because a lot of people, they just go unnoticed and they never get used. You could go 5 and 10 years without even noticing these things. They could have shrubbery build up around them and you don't know it. But if it never gets used, the city isn't going to come around and inspect to see that your private fire hydrant is good to go. Anyway, this is a fire safety video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's helped you. Thanks for watching.